X, Hebrews, purity and becoming one. How do we become pure? We got to turn to the Most High God and Him only. No sidekicks, no other deities, no Batman and Robin, none of that garbage. Okay? And contrary to what anybody might think out there, on this channel, we serve, worship, adore, praise, pray to, go through Yahweh and Yahweh only. Only Yahweh Akkad, Yahweh alone. No other deity gets any other love, praise, or worship around here. Hit the like button on your way in the door. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Okay, this is probably going to be one of the shorter live streams today. Not going to keep y'all long at all, but I do feel compelled to come on here and jump up and down on Genesis chapter 30. And I dare somebody to come in here right now and speak against righteous divination. It can't be nobody who's actually read the whole chapter of Genesis 30. It's multiple cuts to any one of you out there. I'm talking to every person on planet Earth who may come across this, because I know how Israelites are. Oh, who's he talking about? He's talking about him. He's talking about her. I'm talking to any and every human being on earth who want to try to say that all divination is evil. Slam dunking down your throat. Genesis 30. Deal with it. Divination by Jacob himself with them sticks. Or didn't you know about it? And if you don't know about it, why don't you know about it? You're going to learn today. And like I said, I don't care who it is out there. I dare somebody to come in this live stream right now and speak against Genesis 30. I'm going to hear you into pieces with your own words. Barking against Genesis 30, will you? Everybody got so much to say. Israel is so disgruntled because most of y'all out there are spiritual cowards. That's what you are. You're afraid. You're shaking in your boots. Petrified is what you are. And you want us to be petrified with you. It ain't working because we ain't running from the testimony. And the testimony in Genesis 30 is Jacob did righteous divination. And if anybody got the gall, I dare you to come on here right now and say what Jacob did wasn't divination. What was it then? And Yahweh did not command him to do that. He did it on his own. Is there anybody who would like to come on here and make themselves look ridiculous? Forget all the playing around. Is there anybody out there who would like to come in the live chat, make yourself look ridiculous, I say? Genesis 30, righteous divination in your face. Hit the like button as you come in the door, no matter how angry you are. You ain't stopping this. And if you thought you could, you would. And once again, I'm talking to everybody out there. Come in the live chat right now and prove what I'm saying wrong. Prove what the Torah is saying wrong. Prove your forefather Jacob to be wicked, because he sure enough did divination with them sticks. I know it and you know it. Or maybe you ain't never read Genesis chapter 30. I advise you to read that and read it good before you want to come on this channel. I'm going to hew you into pieces. Elder, bishop, pope, cardinal, pastor, whoever. You're going to get hewn in the spiritual pieces. You come on this channel speaking against righteous divination. I'm not playing with none of you. Just like Genesis 30 ain't playing with none of you. I dare somebody to come on here and speak against it. I dare you. Okay? Hit the like button on your way in the door. We're going to give it a few minutes to see if any brews come up in here. Like this video, share this video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already. And y'all know the routine. I hope everybody's having a lovely Sunday out there. Indeed, I am.
It remains real to real. Trying to convince you that your thoughts and your feelings and emotions are very real. Every day I wake up, it's getting more like either kill or be killed. I walk in this smoke and keep it real. I'ma do it if nobody else gonna do it. See it if nobody else gonna see it. Every time I close my eyes, I convince myself every day like this shit not real. Like, how the fuck I been asleep for so long? How the pain run deep for so long? They just kill us in the street for so long. And I couldn't even be myself for so long. So don't look at that smoke, guaranteed you gon' choke. Cause it's burning, man, this shit ain't no joke. But we'll never lose hope cause we tapped in. Stuck in the wheel that the system got us trapped in. Ain't fuck no we gon' get it out the back end. Like how the fuck I been asleep for so long? How the pain run deep for so long? I've been feeling like this for so long. How could you sleep? Sounds in your face, you ain't gotta reach. All you gotta do is listen to me pipe down. I'm about to teach, peace in the air, like I'm about to preach. Melanin skin, like the man that had a dream. Of from a boy to a man to a king. They have this feeling here, the bell about to bring more EINs and LLCs for the family trees. And the pictures a little more brighter for me. Since I planted some seeds, I'm thinking for three. I got so many things I'm on my God to evil. But they want mojo like plastic. DNA unlocking. Producing a product for profit. Just being honest, they want me none. It fly like a comet. She slow and stylish. Hey, she live waiting to come on her comments. Even she stressed to get back to some money. For real. I'ma do it if nobody else gonna do it. See it if nobody else gonna see it. Every time I close my eyes, I convince myself every day like this shit not real. Like, how the fuck I been asleep for so long? How the pain run deep for so long? They just kill us in the street for so long. And I couldn't even be myself for so long. So don't look at that smoke, guaranteed you gon' choke. Cause it's running, man, this shit ain't no joke. But we'll never lose hope cause we tapped in. Stuck in the wheel till the system got us trapped in. Ain't no but we gon' get it out the back end. And how the fuck I been asleep for so long? How the pain run deep for so long? I've been feeling like this for so long. I forget all the shit that they told me. Come to think about it, I don't even think I know me. My people getting shot by the police, could've been me. So I'ma let my soul speak. For the ones who came, for the ones we lost. These niggas cross their own people just to be a boss. I'm choosing love over evil eyes never cross. Show them my people shit get deeper when you find it out. All of the secrets so we because it's coming out. If I can change your pain, you can have it all. Talk this time all the time on the flash screen. Fuck Trump, fuck Biden, and fuck a vaccine. Cause I'm going full speed, gotta kiss me. Ride till the wheels fall off and gotta ask me. And the motor is a play like controllers. Ain't no fear now, I can't be shaking like a soda. Tell myself that I'm tripping. Truth hit hard like a nigga getting a whooping. Nigga, I'm too solid here, nah, I ain't dripping. MJ status now, nigga, I ain't pippin'. Breaking news now, yeah, straight from the gutter. Spin straight face, nigga, on my brother. Talking God talk, I'm a man like the gutter. Got the pole flow, ripping niggas out the gutter. I'ma do it if nobody else gonna do it. See it if nobody else gonna see it.
Hit
Every
that
time I
like
close
button,
my eyes, I
Hebrew.
convince myself every day like this shit not real. Like, how the fuck I been asleep for so long? How the pain run deep for so long? They done kill us in the street for so long. And I couldn't even be myself for so long. So don't look at that smoke, guaranteed you gon' choke. Cause it's running, man, this shit ain't no joke. But we'll never lose hope cause we tapped in. Stuck in the wheel till the system got us trapped in. Ain't fuck no we gon' get it out the back end. And how the fuck I been asleep for so long? How the pain run deep for so long? I've been feeling like this for so long.
Tav X Hebrews, purity and becoming one. How do we become pure? Maybe we got to drink blood and eat somebody's body. No, you don't. You don't need any blood at all. We crushed that again yesterday on the live. No blood of any kind is ever needed for you to be forgiven of sins. Not a drop. Okay? The very first time we brought that out on this channel, people went berserk. Okay? And that was one of the first times where I really noticed we started to see the more stuff that we learn, the more we lose people, y'all. And that's just the way that it is. The Most High got it set up like that. The Most High gets to decide who gets to graduate to the next level and who stays right there. And because many of our people out there are spiritual cowards, I'm not blaming you because it's part of the curses. That's why you're spiritual cowards. I too used to be a spiritual coward at one time, but not no more. It ain't no need to be a coward no more. I serve Yahweh and him only. I understand that there's always going to be more to learn. I'm not afraid to learn. Many of you are. You're afraid to learn. And it's sad too, because this stuff is for you. Hit that like button, Hebrew, as you come through the door. We get ready to do a little more proving, okay? Because what I'm noticing is in Israel, right? And this didn't just start. Like I said, the more we learn, the more people that we gonna lose. Okay? Everybody has a level, I guess. Everybody has a level, and the Most High is the one who sets up these levels. Everybody has a level that they won't be permitted to go past. And whether that's because the Most High just stopped you right there, whether that's just because you're just too afraid. One thing I know for sure, and it's because of them curses, you are very afraid. The nation has been turned into cowards, a nation full of cowards, physically and spiritually. And once things start coming out that makes people uncomfortable, most people, they're not going to go out and do no research. They're going to say, ouch, that's spiritually uncomfortable. I don't want to hear that. And so I'm not accepting that. That's how it usually goes down. I want you to hit the like button on your way in the Dizzle. Subscribe to the channel. Give me 1 second, family. How y'all feeling out there today, fam? I hope everybody's feeling good. Tav X, Hebrews, purity and becoming one. And I told y'all I'm not going to keep y'all long at all. We're going to get straight to it. There is a lot of righteous divination going on in the Old Testament. There's lots of it, not a little bit. But here's the thing. Now that we are bringing this out, and everybody in Israel is very uncomfortable with this because nobody in Israel has a lick of spiritual power. Not one of us. Not one of us. So just the fact, how dare we? Who do we think we are? How dare we out here looking for spiritual power, even though the Israelites have always had spiritual power? I thought you was an Israelite. I thought you was Hebrew Israelites, but not one of us, not one lick of spiritual power amongst us. Yeah, real special, huh? Just believe, brother. Don't do anything. There's nothing to do. You don't have to do anything. Just put your faith in the Most High, brother. Why are you trying to do rituals, brother? Now, I'm asking anybody out there, I don't care how young you are, how old you are, man or woman. Would Jacob listen to what you trying to say? I'm talking to everybody out there who's against righteous divination. Would your forefather, would Jacob listen to anything you got to say? And I'm talking to anybody out there who would like to answer that. Of course, you got to be against righteous divination. And that means you're against Genesis chapter 30. Is there anybody who would like to come in here? Because here's what I'm saying. Now that we are barking up the tree of spiritual power, the Israelites are scared out of their minds. Okay? And they're not scared because our brothers and sisters are not scared because they're wicked. They're scared because this is the results of oppression. Ecclesiastes 7 and 7. Surely oppression maketh the wise man mad. It ain't just talking about mad, ready to fight. It's also talking about crazy in the head. Me too. I once had been driven mad by oppression. Now, I'm still angry about it, but I'm not mad as like out of my mind about it as I once was. And I'm definitely not afraid. You know what I'm afraid of? I'm afraid of breaking the laws of the Most High. And I'm also afraid of willfully ignoring in your face slam dunk truth, like Genesis chapter 30. Is there anyone amongst us right now who would like to come against righteous divination? And then I'm going to make you backtrack real quick. Not because I'm so smart, but because I don't run from what's in my face. Like many of you do, because you're a spiritual coward. Just like the cowardly lion on the Wizard of Oz. And it ain't your fault. It's the curses have really hit their mark with our people. Our people are petrified. But this ain't nothing new. The Israelites, most of our people have always been scary, spiritual weaklings. And like I said, at least for the most of you, it ain't your fault. It's because of oppression. And the rest of it is just, you're just scared. Because this is what church has done to you. That's what it has done to me. And many of you, you have not thoroughly decolonized yourself. Many of you don't even want to decolonize yourself. You know why? Because we got people amongst us saying, don't read this, don't read that. Where do you think they get that from? They ain't getting that from the Torah. You ain't getting that from the Old Testament. Don't read this, don't read that. Don't read Enoch. Don't read Baruch. Don't read Ecclesiasticus. That's all wicked. You're going off. Second Esdras, don't read that. Those are the people who y'all want me to listen to. Those are the people who you guys are actually listening to. Somebody who's going to tell you what you can and what you can't read. Don't read this. No. Second Esdras is wicked. Sound confirmation. No, please. Ecclesiasticus, no. You can't read from the Apocrypha. Those are banned books. It's not canonized, No. Just read what the slave master said is okay. The slave master didn't say the Apocrypha is okay, Y'all really ought to hear yourself sometime. Oh, Mr. Real Talk, he's going off. He's reading the book of Baruch. Ooh, it's not canonized. Spiritual cowards is what you are. I don't give a damn what the slave master say I can read. You think I'm gonna let another man or woman tell me what I can or what I can't read? I'm gonna be the one that's gonna have to die for my sins. Why would I let another human being tell me what I can read and what I can't? I'm not a Catholic. That's what Catholics do. That's what Christians do. And many of you still got the residue of the oppressor all over you. You're out of your damn mind. But I dare somebody to come on here right now. I dare you. You think I don't know it's somebody or two or three in here right now that is vehemently against righteous divination? There's somebody in here right now, probably more than one or two, who's very angry, dead set against righteous divination, but they shutting the hell up though. They shutting the hell up. You know why? Because they ain't got no leg to stand on. I dare you to say something crazy right now. Young, old, man, woman, pastor, bishop, pope, I don't care who you are. You ain't stopping Genesis 30. And we see it now. You think we're not cowards around here like most of y'all out there. And most of you, you see something in the Torah, even though we showed it to you, I slam dunk this thing. We all slam dunk this thing over and over off the backboard, alley oop, no look pass, double cuts, reverse over the backboard dunk, nigga. We did it times and time again the other day, okay? We ain't covering our eyes like you are because you're a coward. And whoever needs to wear these shoes, jump right on in because I'm talking to you. And take note of this. I want everybody on this live stream or the playback, take note. Not a peep. Not a peep out of anybody out there trying to come against this. You know why? Because because Genesis 30 gonna put them to bed. And you know what? Somebody probably thumbing through Genesis 30 right now like, wow, Ak. Wow, Ak. Y'all right, Ak. Jacob is doing divination. We know he is. We trying to tell you that he is. It's right in your face. Right in your face. What you gonna do with it? I dare somebody to come in this live stream. I dare you. Bishop, teacher, elder, pastor, pope, cardinal, I don't care who you are. You're going to come in here and you're going to fall on your own sword. Genesis 30, nigga. Do something about it. I dare you. I double dog dare you. You know what? No. I triple dog dare you, just like Ralphie. I triple dog dare you. Somebody say something against righteous divination right now. I'ma hew you into pieces with Genesis chapter 30. We ain't gonna go nowhere else. You Torah only, huh? Old Testament only, huh? Tanakh only, huh? Do something. And I'm talking to all of y'all out there, worldwide, wherever you are. You on planet Earth, you trying to say that all divination is evil? I'm talking to you, spiritual coward. And I know you're angry right now. Well, say something to prove what I'm saying wrong. And I know you're thumbing through Genesis 30 right now, and you know you ain't got no leg to stand on. We all know how the Israelites get down. You thought you had a leg to stand on. Scriptures would be rolling through the live chat right now. I want everybody on here to take notice. Ain't nobody saying nothing. You know why? Because you've been defeated. That's why. You've been defeated. So now, zip your mouth. And I'm talking to everybody. Anybody out there who got something to say about righteous divination, I dare you. Come on in here and watch what's going to happen to you. Yeah, you can pout, you can make whatever kind of videos you want, but you notice, and I'm talking to the world right now, everybody on planet Earth who can see this video. When we go live over here, all the foolishness stops. You ever notice that? When we go live, guess what? Guess what? It's Israelites right now on YouTube scrolling. They saw this title and them niggas hauled ass. Scared to death. Because they know they better not come in here and speak against this. I'ma hew you into bits and pieces. Whoever you are, I dare you. Come on down. Because look, we swinging a very heavy Old Testament only sword. And I got my sword out, both of them. I'm going to hew you into pieces. And if you thought you had a leg to stand on, you'd say something. Talking to every one of you out there. You think I don't know niggas is scrolling by? Oh no. We know we can't debunk what he's saying. We gonna act like we didn't see that, Ak. I know you see it, and I know some of y'all in here. Say something. I dare you. Yeah. You just do a little mumbling, ain't gonna prove nothing, because it ain't nothing to prove. We done already slam dunked it. If anything, just face the fact that you a cold coward. Straight up coward. Just like the Lion and Wizard of Oz. Just like Shaggy and Scooby somewhere in the corner, shaking and quivering. Over in the corner somewhere doing a Harlem shake somewhere, shaking for your life. Oh no, spiritual power, we're petrified. Of course you are. You ain't never seen no spiritual power. None of us have. And just the fact that we are on the hunt for it, and y'all, a lot of y'all know we gonna find it. And that's why you're scared to death. Don't read this, Ak. Don't read that, Ak. Only read the book that the slave master said is okay, Ak. You can't read Maccabees, Ak. You can't read Second Esdras. That's evil. Spiritual cowards, once again. Now let me read some of these comments in here, and then I'm just going to randomly whip out that Old Testament only sword, and I'm just going to do a little walkthrough, and I'm swinging that sword, and whoever gets in the way, you're getting hit, nigga. I dare you. Again, I double dog dare you. I triple dog dare you. And I want everybody in this live chat to take notice. When we go live, nobody got the testicular fortitude to try to come in here and set us straight. Because it ain't nothing to set straight. Y'all cowards. And I'm talking to everybody out there who says that all divination is evil when we done showed you multiple times. Look, that's why nobody ain't saying nothing. Don't you think if niggas had any kind of recourse, any kind of scripture to combat what we saying, the scripture, the live chat would be rolling with scriptures. Because niggas is pissed right now that we ain't stopping. They're very angry, but not a scripture in sight. I wonder why. Could it be that we're slam dunking it again and you know better not to come in here with that foolishness? Oh, we got time this morning. I actually wish that anybody would come against this right now so I can sharpen my sword. I feel like doing a little exercise right now with my Old Testament only sword and hewing somebody into pieces with the greatest of ease. Because it ain't me, it's the Torah that's going to hew you into pieces. Righteous divination slam dunk in your face. Jacob did righteous divination with them sticks. And go ahead and tell me, what are you talking about? You ain't reading, are you? You ain't studying, are you? You get so angry when we talk about righteous divination, you don't even know what we talking about, do you? You're petrified. Now let me read some of these comments on here, and then we're going to go do a little dabbling in Genesis 30. And in case anybody wants to come on here and talk crazy, I'm going to hew you into pieces right here on the live. I dare you. Go get your pastor, go get your bishop, your elder, moray, pope. I don't care who it is. I bet you won't talk crazy in here about righteous divination. And if you do, I'm going to slaughter you with the Torah right now. Take out your spiritual legs. You ain't going to have nothing to stand on. And matter of fact, look at this real quick, and then I'm going to read these comments. Exodus 20 and 19. Ain't nothing changed. And they said unto Moses, speak thou with us, and we will hear. But let not God speak with us, lest we die. Yeah, that's the same spirit that's on us right now. The Most High God wanted to speak to the nation. You know what that mean, nigga? Every Israelite out there, the Most High wanted to pull up and chop it up with us. But you said no. You're scared. You were scared then, and you're still scared now. Ain't nothing changed. I know you see it. Ain't nothing changed. You were scared then, and you're probably even more afraid now. Can't make none of this up. Exodus 20 and 19. I'll read it again. And they said unto Moses, speak thou with us, and we will hear. But let not God speak with us, lest we die. We're too afraid. You do it. He wanted to speak with us all. Let that sink in. But you was too scared. And you're still too scared. Y'all just don't know what the Most High want to do with the nation of Israel because you're scared. You were scared then and you're scared now. Ain't nothing changed. Spiritual cowards. Afraid of your own power. He wanted to chop it up with you. You like, no, please. I'll just put my faith in you. I don't want to talk to you for real. No. You're doing the same thing. You a coward. Same thing. And most of you, look, you a coward. Ain't no way around it. You're the cowardly lion from the Wizard of Oz. Shaking in your boots. Petrified of the Most High. In a bad way. So petrified that even when he want to talk to you, you say no. You a coward. And then you get mad at us because we want to talk to the Most High. We scared of him too. But not scared like y'all are. Y'all too scared. Y'all don't even want to talk to him. Cold cowards. Most of you. We got Israel Kingdom of Saints. Israel Kingdom of Saints says, Todd Vex at Mr. Real Talk. Israel Kingdom of Saints says, I'm so glad you getting on these wicked devils, scary ass Israelites, niggas, when they can clearly see we was found righteous divination, witchcraft, niggas want to stay in captivity. Yes, they do. And not only that, they're petrified, bro. Literally petrified. I mean, to say that they're petrified, that's a light statement, bro. They're beyond petrified. Israel Kingdom of Saints says, Most High gave us the books to show how to heal people, as well as like the voodoo book with herbs and medicine. When niggas go to the white man hospital, they work in witchcraft with the demon ass spells. I'm hip, bro. Holy Nation says, Tav X, fam. Hey, good to see all of y'all in here, too. And understand this, y'all. We know that the Israelites are petrified of the Most High, so scared that even when he wants them to draw nigh, they like, no, no, you go. We don't want to do it because we going to die. We so afraid. That's how niggas was back then, and they still that same way now. Here's one thing. Are we all going to agree on everything? No. Just like way before we started even getting into the topic of spiritual power, we don't all agree on every little thing. No. And even when it comes to spiritual power, some people may be further along. Some people may be less along. Some people may be on the fence. We're not all going to agree on that either. But here's one thing about spiritual power, that there is no getting around it. Righteous divination is a thing, and it's in the Torah and it's in the Tanakh. We cannot run from that. But that's the thing that most Israelites want to do. Just like in Exodus, Moses, you go talk to him. We don't want to do it because we're going to die. That's how afraid they were back then, and they're still afraid like that now. Even though the Most High wanted them, he wanted to chop it up with them. They was like, even now, the Most High got ways that he would like to chop it up with us. But you know what y'all saying? No. Because you're scared. Witchcraft, sorcery, Well, I'm asking you this. Was Jacob doing witchcraft in Genesis 30? Was he doing sorceress in Genesis 30? See, I ain't leaving nobody out there. If you on here right now, there is nowhere to hide. Was Jacob doing witchcraft in Genesis 30? And we getting ready to read it, what he did. But I want to ask you that for all the naysayers out there. And I know we got some of y'all in here. Why you ain't saying nothing? It's because you know Jacob was doing divination, but you're too afraid. You're afraid, oh, what are they going to think about me if I bring it out? I don't care what niggas think about me. I care what the Most High God thinks about me. I would be a weak nigga if I didn't jump up and down on Genesis 30, because it's in my face and it's in your face too. But you're a spiritual coward, just like the Wizard of Oz. Scared of your own shadow, most of you. Even though the Most High God wants to chop it up with you, you like, no, no. And then you get angry at the ones of us who like, yes, yes, we want you to chop it up with us. We ain't scared like y'all. Y'all scared to death. And it's right in the Torah. That's what's so crazy. It's right there. And y'all still scared. Look, is there anybody who would like to come on here and be a straight up liar and say that Jacob didn't do divination with those sticks? And if there wasn't divination, you can't just say that wasn't divination. Tell me what it was. And the Most High did not command him to do that. He did that on his own. So you got to explain all of that. We're waiting. We are all waiting because we know you can't do it because it ain't nothing to explain. It's righteous divination. Choke on that. Yeah, go get yourself some spiritual Kool-Aid, pat your back, and do a little burp like a little baby because you're afraid to learn. Ridiculous out there how scary y'all are. I'm sick of the scariness, y'all, especially when it's in your face. That's why not a naysayer in here. Look, I'm not saying we don't got naysayers in here because I know they in here, but you won't open your mouth because you know you're going to get cut into pieces. You're already cut into pieces. That's why you ain't saying nothing. All of y'all out there, your ability to bark back has been removed. Or haven't you noticed that yet? I want everybody on this live stream to notice not one rebuttal amongst us because they know better. They know what's going to happen, and it's already happened. It ain't no rebuttal. Y'all cooked out there. Spiritual cowards. Holy Nation says, Time Vex, fam. Time Vex to you, Holy Nation. Good to see you. King David says, Time Vex and facts. And Saint, they ass ain't gonna say nothing about that. Even them Torah only making video, lying, saying we saying bump Yah, look to the elements. Nigga, that's idolatry, trusting anything than Yah only. Facts. But see, because most Israelites are literally terrified, so they gotta do all these other things because they can't deal with what we're talking about. Ask any of those Israelites or any of the Gentiles, heathen, ask whoever to deal with Genesis 30. You know what's going to happen? The same thing is happening right now. Nobody going to say a word. I'm telling you, you can destroy a whole congregation with Genesis 30 alone. destroying everybody with Genesis 30. That's why it's quiet as hell in this live chat, except for the ones who ain't scared. The only people who talking right now in this live chat is the warriors who ain't scared. Everybody else petrified out there. And look, I ain't mad at you because it's part of the curses for us to be cowards. And the curses hit their mark. Yes, they did. King David says the gun they got in the house full of magic to explode that hard and shoot miles in second, nigga, that's magic. They quiet on that too. They in their feelings at the moment. Yes, they are, King David. Very much in their feelings and very much quiet. I want to know, where are all the naysayers at? Where are all the people who like to say that we all over here are wicked? We going off. Sorcery, witchcraft, how come nobody got nothing to say all of a sudden? We on the live stream. You think niggas don't know we in here? You think we don't got niggas who are pissed off right now in here with us? They quiet as a kitten though. And why you think they so quiet? If they had some ammunition to use, don't you think they pull it out right now? But they ain't got nothing to say because there is nowhere to run. We done cleared out all the debris. There's nothing to hold on to. There's no straws to grasp at, which makes them more mad. So now you gotta sit and watch in silence. How does it feel to sit and watch in silence, knowing you're dead set against this, but you ain't got a leg to stand on? Why are you still here watching? You ain't got nothing better to do? I'd like to know, why are you here watching? You ought to be ashamed of yourself, spiritual cowards, the majority of you. You ain't nothing like the ancient Israelites, most of you. Cold cowards. Straight up cowardice, y'all. King David says what they do is trust in Yah to help them defeat the attackers with action and trust. Yah, he won't fail them at the end. Still took action. Exactly. Holy Nation says, Khan. King David says casting lots is divination no matter how you try to slice and dice it. They're terrified of that, King David. And you know what's so funny? Not a peep out of Israel until we started bringing out casting lots. Y'all notice that there is a sect of Israel who we want our spiritual power back, and we are talking about casting lots. It's right there in the Tanakh. And now all of a sudden, family, for hundreds and hundreds of years, casting lots has been divination. But now since we bringing it out, we got tons of Israelites out there now moving the goalposts. Now, literally all of a sudden, casting lots ain't divination. And that's how you know people are scared. Because if casting lots is not divination, say 30 to 60 days ago, if any one of us would have came out there, went live, and we was casting lots on the live, niggas would have said we doing witchcraft and divination. But now since we bringing it out, now all of a sudden, casting lots ain't divination. Y'all see that? They're afraid. And where are all of those people who are so afraid? Why they ain't in here right now? And don't let them fool you and say, I didn't know y'all was live. That's a lie. That is a lie. Niggas is in here right now, but they quiet as a church mouse because it ain't nowhere to run from this. And niggas is they're too afraid, y'all. It ain't nowhere around it. They were scared back then, and niggas is even more afraid today. It's a shame. That's what it is. It's a shame. The nation of Israel, not a person among us with a lick of spiritual power. Just put your faith in the Most High. I just believe. I don't do nothing. Definitely don't do nothing like what Jacob did in Genesis 30. Once again, and y'all notice this, I'm getting a lot of joy out of this because I done asked this question too many times to count. Is Jacob wicked? Is the ritual that Jacob did in Genesis 30, was that witchcraft? Was it divination? The Most High did not tell him to do that, but yet he did that. Was that wicked? Where'd he learn to do that at? Huh? Do you even care where he learned to do that at? Or would you rather that we don't even bring out the fact that he did that. See, I know how a lot of y'all are. A lot of you would rather say, oh, why are you focusing on that, You a coward. Why am I focusing on that? Why ain't you focusing on that? Because you're a weakling. Or maybe you didn't know that was in there. But now that I'm bringing it out to you, why ain't you focusing on that? You're a coward. Not, not one of us got a lick of spiritual power. Why is that? Just believe, huh? Nothing else to see here, nothing else to do here. Just believe, We ain't got to do nothing. Just wait on the Most High. Did Jacob wait in Genesis 30? Or did he go out there in the woods, grab some sticks and branches, and perform a divination? From sticks and branches, and expecting that to get animals pregnant. Who would have heard of such a thing? Where did he get that from? The Most High didn't say, hey, Jacob, go grab those sticks and do this and do that. That is not in there. So how did Jacob know how to do that, huh? And how did he get rich doing that? Huh? Wow. No divination though, huh? Just wait on the Most High, huh? Yeah, like Jacob did, right? And notice again, I'm going to keep bringing attention to it. Not a peep out of the naysayers. And they are in here. They're right here, right now in this live stream. Not a peep out of one of them. And there's lots of them out there. Not a peep out of not one of them. I told you, I dare you. I'm talking to you. I dare you to come in this live stream right now and speak against righteous divination. You're going to fall on your own sword, and then we going to finish the job. Right here with Genesis 30, cutting you to pieces. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. You're going to get healed into spiritual pixie dust. You already healed into pixie dust. Note the silence in the live chat. You want to silence a naysayer? All you got to do is go grab that Old Testament only sword and ram it down their throats. It ain't nowhere to run. It ain't nowhere to hide from the Torah. Even with all the add-ons and takeaways, the Torah is still undefeated. And it ain't nowhere to run, and it ain't nowhere to hide. Now, is there any person in here who would like to call Jacob wicked? There's many different ways you can run and try to hide from this, and I'm not letting you do it in none of the ways. Is there anybody here who would like to call Jacob wicked? I'm waiting. I'm waiting on a nigga to call Jacob wicked for doing that ritual that the Most High did not tell him to do. He did it on his own. Deal with it. Deal with it. But I thought you just had to wait. Don't do anything. Even though you know how to do certain things, don't do nothing. Just put your faith in the Most High. That ain't what Jacob did now, is it? Jacob went out and he did actions. He grabbed sticks, branches, shaved all parts of them, made part of them white, and he set them in a watering trough so that when the flock would come to drink the water, they would conceive, because looking at those rods. What do you call that? Is there anybody here who would like to explain that away like y'all love to do? I can't wait for somebody to come on here and say, that wasn't divination. The Most High told him to do that. Post the book, chapter, verse, nigga. You're a liar. The Most High did not tell him to do that. He did it on his own. And I know this is why the chat is so quiet right now. Because you know he did it on his own. Somebody right now is thumbing through Genesis 30. They're like, oh my gosh, he did do divination. It doesn't say the Most High told him to do it. How did he learn how to do that? And then on the other hand, there's somebody out there who's saying, I don't care about none of that stuff. Even though I just read it, I'm against it. Witchcraft, Jacob is evil, That's your only option, nigga. And Jacob got extremely wealthy. How about that? Not only are our people saying that all divination is evil, you definitely better not do no divination to make any money. Even though Jacob became a multi-billionaire doing divination. Righteous divination. I'm talking to somebody out there. Where y'all at? Where are all the naysayers and the whatever you want to call yourself out there? The spiritual cowards is what you are. How come nobody haven't debunked what we're saying? Because you can't. That's why. And y'all take note of that. Every time we go live and live action, not a peep out of the detractors. And you know how we silence them? You know how we silence every nigga coming against righteous divination? You ain't got to do nothing but go and just camp out right in Genesis 30. It'll send them running for the hills, and they can be as mad as they want. You ain't gonna defeat Genesis 30, and we ain't gonna act like we don't see it. And I'm not gonna let you act like you don't see it. Divination, slam dunk in your face. And now we just gonna read a few of those verses, and I'm gonna let y'all go. But also take note, not one detractor this whole time. We got 10 people in here right now. I guarantee you, not all of these people are in agreements with righteous divination. It's people in here right now that are pissed, but their mouths has been sealed shut by the Torah. It ain't me doing it. They know better. They know they can't defeat Genesis 30. All they can do is rock back and forth and be angry at the Most High and be angry at Jacob for doing it. But they won't say nothing about Jacob doing it. You notice that? Do you notice every time I ask this question, total silence? You got to ask yourself, why is that? There's not too many things that can silence Israelites, but the Torah can. Torah undefeated. Genesis 30. Read it and weep. Petrified. You was scared back then and you're scared today. Ain't nothing different. King David says, playing with frequency, using all that while you feel lightheaded on your phone all day. Energy is everywhere. Let him know, King David. J.I. Meadow says, talk that talk, Brody. 100. Wheat versus Tez. No diggity. Good to see you, J.R. Meadows. Holy Nation says 100. King David says, Psalm 68 and 35. You, Yah, are awesome in your sanctuary. The God of Israel gives power and strength to his people. Praise be to Yah. We getting it, thus said Yah. Get mad all you want. We getting it, period. Deal with it. J.I. Meadow says Wheat versus Tez. We not playing, y'all. And you notice again. Do you notice, y'all? Not a peep. Where are all the people who saying that we wicked? You think niggas don't know we here live right now? They right here with us. But their lips are sealed. Like I said, it ain't too many things that can seal the mouth of the Israelites. But the truth can. And sometimes the truth hurts. I dare you. I double dog dare you. I triple dog dare anybody to come in here right now. I dare anybody in here right now to speak against righteous divination. I dare you to speak against Genesis chapter 30. I dare you. You know better. King David says, facts, big fact. Felt that energy, said, oh no. Shaking when he's speaking and said, don't let us hear you no more. But we gonna hear soon though. This time, if we like it or not, when y'all return. All facts, King David. It ain't gonna be nowhere to run. It ain't gonna be no, oh no, we don't want to hear. Like King David said, you gonna hear when the Most High come back. Y'all are cowards. Most of y'all are cowards. And you know what? Where's the proof that you're cowards? Well, Exodus 20 and 19 for one. You were scared back then. And where's the proof today? Don't read this, don't read that. Now niggas gonna start saying, don't read Genesis 30, I can't wait to start seeing people make videos about how Genesis 30 somehow what Jacob did with them sticks, somehow they're gonna say that that's not divination. I can't wait to see stuff like that. People will do anything to run from the Most High because y'all scared. Terrified is more like it. Completely petrified out of your mind. Petrified. Petrified. Out of your mind. The majority of Israelites scared straight. Check this out. Genesis chapter 30. Let's go to the first cut, and we're going to keep on cutting you and cutting you and cutting you, even though you won't butt back. Because right now, we're sick of the foolishness. We're sick of the cowardice. Read it and weep. Genesis 30, here's the first cut to all of you naysayers out there. Are you ready? Are you bracing to get cut? Because I'm about to whip out the sword right now. Duck for cover, all of you naysayers. Genesis 30, see, this was the beginning. This is the beginning right here of closing Israelite mouths out there when they want to talk sideways. This is how you do it. We're giving you the real life manual when you come up against Israelites who say, no, no divination, of any kind, it's all wicked. This is how you shut them up. Genesis 30 and 27. Look, you see they quiet right now, don't you? So you know what I'm saying ain't just talk. I'm giving you guys and gals a live exhibition, a live, not exhibition, what do you call it? I'm giving you a live example how to shut people's mouths from now on. From now on, this is how you shut an Israelite mouth up real fast. No, no divination. It's all evil. It's all wicked. You want to make them be quiet? Here's how you do it. Genesis 30 and 27. And we're reading out of the Amplified Version. Genesis 30 and 27. Listen to this. Quickest way to shut any Israelite mouth out there. That's why they're so quiet right now. And Laban said unto him, if I have found favor in your sight, I pray you do not go, for I have learned by experience and from the omens in divination that the Lord has favored me with blessings on your account. I can walk off and drop the mic right now. Off the backboard, catch it, slam, dunk, down your throat. Take that. You cowardly lion, you. I'm going to read it again for all you cowards out there. Undefeated, nigga. Take that. Quickest way to shut an Israelite up when it comes to divination. No, casting lots is not divination. All of a sudden, casting lots ain't divination. It's been divination for hundreds of years. But because Israelites are so petrified, they'll do anything to run. You're going to run from this too? And I'm talking to every single one of you. Where you at? You in the live stream right now. Where you at? Your mouth is sealed. Okay? You don't want no spiritual power? Cool. You don't know nothing about it? Cool. Be quiet. And I think you already know that. That's why not one detractor in here. Y'all, I hope you're taking notes, family, because this is a spiritual war. Quickest way to make any Israelite be quiet and realize that they don't know what they think they know. Genesis 30 and 27 again. Finish him. 30 and 27. And Laban said to him, if I have found favor in your sight, I pray you do not go. For I have learned by experience and from the omens in divination that the Lord has favored me with blessings on your account. Fatality. You're cooked. Once again, take note, we've been on here for 54 minutes. Not one crazy comment. And I call crazy comment anybody that says no divination and it's all evil. At this point, that's a ridiculous comment. That's why ain't nobody saying nothing ridiculous like that. And don't think that they're not in here. This is the most controversial topic in Israel right now. Everybody's taking note of this. They in here, but they can't run and they can't hide. And I want y'all to remember that. I don't care what anybody tries to come back later and comment in the videos. When there's live action going on, you a spiritual coward. And I'm talking to every one of you out there. That's why you won't say nothing, because you know what's going to happen. the same thing that has happened. You're going to get buried alive with the scriptures. And it ain't nowhere to run, and it ain't nowhere to hide, and we will not be easing up either. We ain't scared like you. You a coward. Don't expect everybody to be a coward like you. What's wrong with you? We ain't all the same around here. And that's being brought out more and more with every passing week. We ain't all the same out there. There is no such thing as equality. Ecclesiasticus 33 and 11. In much knowledge the Lord have divided them. Yeah. And it's plain to see it more and more every day. Slam dunking again off the backboard. Over the rainbow off the backboard. Double clutch backwards reverse. In your face. Again, Genesis 30 and 27. And Laban said unto him, if I have found favor in your sight, I pray you do not go. For I have learned by experience and from the omens in divination that the Lord has favored me with blessings on your account. Now, is there any wicked nigga out there who would like to say that while somebody is in the middle of doing evil divination, that the Lord will show up in the middle of that and start declaring blessings of any sort? Yeah, real godly, right? The Most High God showing up to divination when it's evil, like y'all said, and starts declaring blessings. Yeah, real wicked, huh? You don't know what's going on. And you seeing that now. That's why you shutting your mouth. And like I said again, we don't do no sneak dissing around here. I'm talking to every single one of you out there who got something to say about righteous divination. We slam dunking this down your throat right now with no response, zero resistance from you, because it ain't no response and it ain't no resistance. You're done. All of y'all are done out there speaking against this. If you don't want your power back, fine. Go somewhere in the corner, shake and quiver, and wait for the world to end. But don't run your mouth because you don't know nothing about spiritual power. You ain't got a lick of spiritual power. None of us out there. And you so scared because you see some of us are getting warm. And we ain't just going to sit back and quiver and say, no, Ark, don't do nothing. We going to do something. Action is required. You can't just believe. You got to take action. Why you think the priest had all those stones in the ephod? Why couldn't they just say, I don't need no stone. That's witchcraft, Ark. I don't need to do that. That's a ritual, Ark. I got faith. I'm just going to believe, Ark. The priest didn't say that, did they? Y'all some cowards, man. And it's easy as pie right here. He learned through divination that he was being blessed by Yahweh. But no, Ak, no divination is evil. So why is Yahweh letting them know through divination and omens, as y'all like to say is evil? He learned through divination and omens that Yahweh is blessing him. And you figure that out. All of you know-it-alls out there, figure that out. But meanwhile, keep your mouth shut while you figuring it out, because you don't know what the hell you talking about. None of y'all do. A bunch of cowards. And you get mad because you see some of us are not cowards like you are, and it angers you. Tough. Tough. You don't want your power? More for us. No problem. In your face divination. Deal with it. And that ain't all. Now let's pick at the Yahweh Bible, Genesis 30 and 27. Let's just see how it reads over there. And Laban said to him, if I have found honor in your eyes, please stay. I have learned by divination that Yahweh has blessed me because of you. Where you gonna run at now? Huh? Where you gonna run? And I'm talking to all Israel right now. The younger ones, the older ones, the men, the women. Most of y'all are dead set against this. Where you gonna run? And how come when we in live action, not a peep out of none of you? Huh? Not a peep. Because you're afraid. And also you're powerless. You can't defeat Genesis 30. I don't care how much you frown your face up. You ain't stopping nothing. And you're going to get defeated actually, because you're bucking against Genesis 30 and 27. Even though it's telling you Laban learned about being blessed through divination and omens. But I thought you're not supposed to read omens. I thought it was evil. I thought no divination. But some way Yahweh is declaring blessings through divinations and omens. That make sense. You're done. You're cooked. Just bow down and say, hey, I didn't know that was in there. I didn't understand that. Just say that you're afraid and you don't want your power and you don't like all of the Torah. Just say that. Say that you don't like divination and that you don't want to do it because you're afraid. Just like Exodus 20 and 19. Just say it. But one thing you ain't gonna say, you ain't gonna come on this live stream. I dare you. And this goes for any one of you out there, worldwide, wherever you are. I dare you to come on here and speak against righteous divination. In live time, I'm gonna heal you to pieces. And you know that. You know better. You can tell by this live stream. I'm not playing with you at all. None of us are playing with you. Whoever you are, I'm definitely not playing with you. I dare you. And we all taking notes too. I'm definitely taking notes. When live action is going on like right now, no detractors. And it's a reason for that because you don't have the ability to detract from what we're saying because it's right there in the Torah. You're just a weakling, a little spiritual weakling is what you are. Now check this out, and then I'm going to let y'all go. After we read this, I'm going to let y'all go. We're going to slam dunk some more in your face. Genesis 30 and 37. Here's another way to make Israelites shut up. No, Ark. No divination, Ark. Please, Ark, no rituals. You don't need to do any rituals. Why are you doing rituals, Ark? It's evil. Sound confirmation. This is how you make an Israelite. I'm telling you. Now tell me that this got to be some kind of magical verse to make Israelites be quiet and shut up. And look, you think that they don't want to come in here right now? I mean, well, they're in here right now. There's multiple people in here right now who are pissed off. You think they don't want to shut us up? Don't you think if they had even one scripture to shut this down that they would give it right now? So you got to ask yourself, why are they not doing that? Yeah, why you ain't doing it? Why you ain't bringing out the scripts? Shh, be quiet. Genesis 30. Genesis 30 and 37. But Jacob took fresh rods of poplar and almond and plane trees and peeled white streaks in them, exposing the white in the rods. Verse 38. Then he set the rods which he had peeled in the front of the flocks in the watering troughs, where the flocks came to drink. And since they bred and conceived when they came to drink. Verse 39. The flocks bred and conceived in the sight of the rods, and brought forth lambs and kids, streaked, speckled, and spotted. Do you see that? That is the point. Jacob went out and grabbed these different branches, different tree rods, branches, same things, and he peeled white streaks in them, and he set them in front of the herds in the watering troughs where they drink. Sound confirmation, so that they would get pregnant. Now I'm gonna ask you out there, the Israelites are very smart. What do you call somebody taking some branches, peeling white strips in them, going and sitting them in the watering troughs when the flock comes to drink and expecting that to get them pregnant? That's how you make an Israelite be quiet. Okay? And that ain't it. We read that out of the Amplified version. Now, let's read it out of the Yahweh Bible. Genesis 30 and 37. Listen, y'all. This is a ritual. This is righteous divination. Look, 37. Now Jacob took for himself branches of green poplar, almond, and plane trees. Then peeled white strips in them, and exposed the white which was in the branches. Y'all see this? He exposed the whites which was in the branches. Do you see this? Then peeled the white strips in them, and exposed the white which was in the branches. Verse 38. And the branches which he had peeled, he set in front of the flocks at the watering trough, where the flocks came to drink, so that they should conceive when they came to drink. Do y'all see that? What do you call somebody taking rods, peeling white strips in them, setting them in a watering trough, and expecting them to get pregnant? Because when they come to drink, they looking at those rods. And something about looking at those rods that Jacob took and peeled white streaks in, he's expecting that to make them pregnant? What do you call that? That's how you make an Israelite when it comes to spiritual power. You don't know what's going on out there. I would love for any of you to explain that away and know the Most High God did not tell him to do that. For all of you Israelites that want to say, oh no, okay, I admit it. We got spiritual power. We're supposed to have it. But you can never do anything unless the Most High gives strict orders. The Most High did not command Jacob to do that. So deal with that if you dare. Where did Jacob learn how to do that? Are you going to lie and just make something up? Well, the Most High showed him. Bring out the verse in the scripture, book and chapter. Are you going to make something up? Where did Jacob learn how to do that? Who taught him that? Did you know he got exceedingly rich because of that? That's how he made his fortune. How come nobody likes to dwell on that? He made his fortune through righteous divination. How come nobody wants to talk about that? He was not rich before that. He was trying to make ends meet. Deal with it. Deal with it. Yeah, he wasn't rich before that. After he started doing that ritual, righteous divination, now he became wealthy. Not just wealthy, exceedingly wealthy. You know what that means? He a multi-billionaire in today's status. And he got his start through righteous divination. I dare one of y'all to come on here and say that what I just read to you, Genesis 30, 37, and 38, I dare you to say that that's not divination. And the Most High did not command him to do that. So deal with that if you dare. I know you scared now. You're petrified. But it ain't nothing you can do and it ain't nothing you can say. You're terrified. And let that be a lesson to you. King David says, and when you read the whole thing to the end, everything played out perfect for both. Why I said in one of my videos, they read and stop to push their narrative. Facts, King David. Facts. Because they're terrified. Petrified even. King David says, and the synonym for divination is prophecy and prophet. But Yah said, be aware of the false divination. He didn't say it was wicked. He said, watch out from the wicked ones, and you know which wicked. King David says, if you know the law, dealing with blood, speaking to other powers and etc., you know it's off and not a Yah. Jackpot. Sound confirmation agreeing with King David. Do y'all see that? Phyllis Williams says, Shalom, Tavex, brother. Yahweh made the herbs of the earth to not just heal, grow, strengthen one. So be it. Jacob wanted his sheep to be fruitful and multiply in order to grow wealth and family. Phyllis Williams, bring it out. Phyllis Williams said, Tavex, and he did it in righteousness. And Yahweh blessed it, just as Levi takes care of the clean and unclean of the people, on the people. Do y'all see this? Do y'all see this? The ones who need to see this, they're going to see this. And see, we ain't trying to run from this. Y'all are, because you're a spiritual coward. Genesis 30 does nothing but cut you to smithereens. Multiple cuts. Laban learning that he's being blessed by divination. And not only that, reading omens and divination. It all goes together because it's all divination. Divination has multiple forms, just like casting lots, just like prophesying is a form of divination, righteous divination. But y'all are spiritual cowards, the majority of you. And you know what? Your mouths have been closed. And you can say whatever you want to say now when we ain't live. Say whatever you want to say. But when live action is going on, just like you did, because you know better. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Tav X Hebrews, purity and becoming one. All praises to the Most High God and Him alone. And may He bless everybody on this live stream. May He have mercy on you and your family. And the quickest way to make an Israelite be quiet when it comes to spiritual power, when it comes to divination. No divination. Every divination is evil. All you got to do is go to Genesis 30 and 27, Genesis 30 and 37 and 38. And I guarantee you, they're going to be quiet. That's how you swing an Old Testament only sword right there. Y'all know how to do it. We all know how to do it. The ones who ain't running from it. We ain't running from nothing over here. We gonna deal with reality, no matter how painful it is. Like, comment, share, and subscribe, Hebrews. Tav X. Until next time, family, I'm out.